Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Now, this is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break it down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now, listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll help fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. She wants to wait for marriage to have sex, but already has a child. Y'all been dating this woman for a few months, and at first everything seemed cool. Yeah, that first month be elite. That's why you gotta let them go when the lease is up and get you a new one. Until she hit me with the announcement that she was waiting until marriage to have sex. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. Now, at first I thought she was joking. She's definitely a joke, but I don't think she was joking. But she was dead serious. So I asked why. She said, I don't give wife privileges to boyfriends. Now, mind you, this woman is not a virgin. Yeah, I could have guessed that. She's got a 10-year-old kid. Makes perfect sense. And from what she's told me, her past choices weren't exactly none approved. What's her Instagram? Nah. It's for market research purposes and whatnot. But now suddenly she's found clarity and wants to start a new chapter where she's honoring herself. Nah, that box done been beat more than a drum at a HBCU homecoming. So I asked her, so you weren't honoring yourself and you gave it to your baby daddy before a ring? She said that doesn't count because she didn't know her worth back then. Back then, she was worth a lot more than she is now, I'll tell you that much. So I told her, that's fine, but if you're saving wife privileges for marriage, then I'm saving husband privileges too. Yeah, I'm here for it. She asked what that meant, and I told her flat out, no paying for dinners, no fixing your car, no protecting you from not a goddamn thing, and no emotional labor. Nothing that a husband would do. That emotional labor, that's the costliest thing you can provide. Stay alert, stay alive. And she lost her mind. She said, that's different. A real man takes care of a woman regardless. I told her a real woman doesn't weaponize celibacy after she's already done had a world tour. Hey, yo, calling her body count a world tour? Nasty work. Now she's calling me selfish, saying I'm testing her faith and trying to guilt trip me into proving my love by waiting indefinitely. Apparently, I'm supposed to be a stepdad in training and a monk at the same time. Mike, am I wrong for wanting to leave? Yo, my boy, tell Shorty, kick rocks, beat your feet, about face and dip, because I'm not with none of that. Nah, all jokes aside, that's her choice, bro. She could say, I'm not saying it's a good choice. I'm not saying it's a bad choice. I'm indifferent because I'm not her. She's not me. I'm not you. You're not me. I'm not in this situation. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it from clearly a logical standpoint, what she's saying makes no sense. But if you use nuance and you throw in emotions and trauma and healing and all those other things, those buzzwords that people like to use, then it kind of makes it a different, a different formula. You're not just looking at 2 + 2 = 4. You know what I'm saying? You got to do, they got quotations and they got parentheses and all this. You know what I'm saying? It's the square root of stuff. This is the square root of nasty. I'll tell you that. Because guess what? If I get with a shorty and she already got the youth, the 10-year-old, joint been around for a decade, and I'm sure she ain't stopped after that. She was getting her cheeks clapped all crazy way before, she decided to cut the cookie off. So I'm not going in with that because to me, I feel like you violate. Like you let every Tom, Dick, and Harry, spray and glaze you. And now when I come along, you like, nah, put a ring on it. Okay, Beyonce, not doing that. I mean, I might do that, but I'm not doing that just to get the cheeks. You're bugging out. I need to test drive the whip before I sign the lease. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you go to the lot, you be like, damn, the Benz is fly, drop top, plush leather, sign the lease. You ain't even test drive it, engine cooked. You know what I'm saying? Alternator fried already. Mad electrical problems. Going berserk every time you touch it the wrong way or you do something that the car don't like. Oh, we talking about cars? My bad. I'm talking about her. You thinking you about to get the cookie on the wedding night. You go, hey, that joint drier than the Sahara. You like, hey, yo, got to spit on it. Hey, that was crazy. But I'm just saying, I need to test drive the whip before before I sign the paperwork. If she ain't cool with that, then basically what we have is a meeting of two different opinions. She wants one thing, you want another. That's simple. Say, okay, I respect it. I wish you much success on your future endeavors and your journey. You know what I'm saying? Inshallah, whatever, whatever religion you are. And then, wish her well and you go on your way and she go on her way. And either she'll spin the block like, oh, okay, Go ahead, you could beat, and then you beat, and then if it's fire, then you might want to ring it up. You know what I'm saying? You might want to put that thing on there. Then if you beat and it ain't really nothing, or you know what I'm saying, she's like, yeah, then you might like, nah, see, this is why I'm out, shorty, because the neck is not really kirking it like I thought it was supposed to. This is crazy. So that's my advice to you, man. Respect her wishes, but if you got boundaries as well, she got to respect those. So y'all either agree to go separate ways or y'all compromise or something. But that's my advice to you, my man. Stay alert, stay alive. He gave the phrase, bring some ice when you come, a whole new meaning. Mike, my blood is boiling right now. So my boss, who's also my wife's father, yeah, that's called nepotism, and I'm definitely here for it. Pulled one of the dirtiest and most racist things I ever seen. Hey, yo, time out, technical foul. Tell me more. He hired a group of Mexican workers to help out on this big job site we had. Had them doing all the heavy lifting, working long hours, everything. They worked hard, didn't complain, and they got the job done better than most crews we had. And they'll build you an entire house from scratch, all for a case of Modelo's and a taco platter. But when payday came around, instead of paying him, he went and called ICE. Nah, that's nasty work. Definitely back to not being here for it. Had them detained right off the site. Then he tried to act like it was just some coincidence, saying he don't know what happened. They just showed up out of nowhere. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. But I overheard him later laughing about it, bragging that he got a week full of free labor. Ain't nothing free in this world except for minding your business. That karma gonna spin the block and clip, homie, watch. What really pushed me over the edge was when I heard him say they don't belong in this country anyways. See what I mean? Big Donnie got people out here bugging out. That's not cool, bro. That's when it hit me. This just wasn't about money. It was about hate. This was about racism. He set those men up because he felt like he could. Now I'm stuck in the middle of this. Yeah, let's go ahead and just throw in a slight pause there, my man. He's my father-in-law and my boss. What kind of man calls another man boss? Dame Dash voice. But what he did was straight up evil. I've been thinking about reporting him. Yeah, go ahead and get the Department of Labor on the line and let them know Daddy Dare's been hiring under the table. Get him a nice little fine. But if I do, I can lose my job. Nah, see what you gotta do is file a complaint with the OCDA and get Agent Ratliff on the case. My wife could turn on me and the whole family could blow up. But staying quiet makes me feel like I'm just as guilty. I don't know if keeping my peace is worth selling my soul. Yo, my man, so what I want to know is, and I'm not blaming you, I'm just curious, is at no point in the entire relationship since you've met your wife, did you get an inkling that big homie was the racist like that? You know what I'm saying? Because here's what it sounds like. I'm gonna keep it a buck. If you couldn't detect that at all leading up to this, then when he made the remark saying they don't belong in this country anyways, I honestly believe that was just the way to rationalize what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I usually can tell when somebody's racist. So when they say something, I'm like, yeah, that didn't surprise me. But if it's totally out of left field, like, damn, bro, how long you been working for dude? He ain't never did nothing like this, never said nothing. Y'all have family dinners. If anything, that's when he's going to speak most freely. Y'all watching Thanksgiving football, Detroit probably getting beat on. You know the Cowboys is getting their head cooked in. They ain't want to, you know, whatever. That's another story for another day. But y'all watching football, that's when the racism is at full speed. You know what I'm saying? That's max gas on the racism at the family shindig. Y'all got the, you know what I'm saying, the casserole with the raisins in it, all that. Y'all got green bean casserole, stuff like that. Stuff I ain't never tasted before. That's when the family talking crazy. So if you never heard nothing leading up to that, that leads me to believe that he really not racist. So when he said they don't belong in this country anyways, that's when somebody probably said something to him like, damn, bro, why you do that? Like, that wasn't cool. And he's like, no, bro, they don't belong here anyways. Like, trying to basically justify what he did. I think what he did was just some cheap. You know what I'm saying? Just being cheap. He felt like, yo, I could get these dudes to do the heavy lift and work all these hours. Bro, you know how much labor he didn't save by getting them cooked for, you know what I'm saying, for a week of free? Now, this foul that he called the authorities on him, you know what I'm saying? If I was planning on doing something so grimy, like I'm gonna have them work for me, but I don't plan on paying them, I'm not gonna get them snatched away from their family. I might just tell them straight up, yo, you burnt. I'm not paying you, bro. You want me to hit ICE? Yo, get off my property right now before I call the authorities. You know what I'm saying? If you want to work here, go get a work permit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that. I'm just speaking as if I was going to be foul. There's a limit to the foul. And the limit is I'm not going to get you deported, but I'm going to tell you I'm going to get you deported if you don't step off. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have done. The fact that he called them, now their families is crying, visiting dad at the immigration camp, if they could even go, because they might be illegal too. That's sick, bro. I'm willing to bet you live in Texas, California, or possibly like Jersey, one of them cities where, or maybe Chicago too. You know what I'm saying? Like where there's a high influx of the you know what I'm saying, the Chicanos. I think that's what they're called. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, your father-in-law is a nut. He's definitely a nut. And I don't know if you should report him because here's the deal. That's your job. Even if he don't find out, you do that little anonymous tip. Yo, homie down here getting the free labor. You know what I'm saying? Hiring the illegals. Because he ain't allowed to do that. If you do that, then they come in and they shut the job site down or they fine him or something he can't pay, which I think he can. I think that's why he burnt the Mexicans because he ain't had the cheese to pay the, you know what I'm saying, for the labor. The company might already be going bad. To keep it a buck, he already might be failing, you know what I'm saying? So if you call, you tip the scale, now you at the unemployment line, you know what I'm saying? Now you down there trying to get the benefits from the government. Yo, let me get the food stamps. Let me get the medical. Let me get a little, you know what I'm saying? Send me to the soup kitchen and get some, you know what I'm saying, some portions, some rations for the household. Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to be in the unemployment line if they close down your man's company. So maybe you have a conversation with your wife first. Because if your wife is quality, something that you obviously seen in her enough to marry her, you might want to be like, yo, this been bothering me, babe. What should I do? And then tell her. Now, if she hits you with the, oh, you turning your back on my dad? She do something like that? The gig's up. You got to file for the divorce. You're out of there. Because now you're definitely fired. You know what I mean? And then you got to definitely report him. Oh, yeah, you fired me? Bet. Retaliation. I'm on your neck. And I'm telling that you had the illegals on a job site knowingly and then burnt them at the end of the week with the tip line call. You know what I'm saying? But talk to your wife. She might be like, I can't believe my father would do something like that. She might be on your side. You know what I'm saying? And daddy's little girl, she might be able to go to him like, Dad, I can't believe you did that, whatever. And then he feel guilty or whatever, try to make something right. I don't think you can make it right. I think once they found out they're illegal back, you know what I'm saying, back across the border. But I don't really see no positive solution to this because the Mexicans is not coming back no matter what happens with your pops. So you might just have to just start looking for a new job on the low, be on Indeed on your lunch break. When you come home, wifey in the kitchen cooking, you on the mobile device scrolling Indeed, putting in the resume, and then go somewhere different. And then once you procure employment elsewhere, you just dip on pops. I wouldn't even give him the 2 weeks. I'd be like, you ain't giving Mexicans 2 weeks. You ain't even give them a week. You know what I'm saying? You got them gripped up at the site. Nah, that's how I would do it. I would find a new job and then bounce. Because the Mexican thing, that's a wrap. It's over for that. They're done. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to keep working for somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? You do got to be married to the wife. So gauge her. Hit her with the information. See how she responds. And that lets you know where you stand with her. That's my advice to you, bro. Stay alert, stay alive. He invited some hussy to our housewarming party. So, Mike, me and my man just bought a new house together. Big step, right? Maybe, but let's hear the rest. We decided to throw a housewarming party to celebrate. Invited all our friends and family. Just good vibes all around. Should have sent Mike Murphy an invite too. What's really good with you? Everything was perfect until I noticed this one girl at the party that I didn't recognize. Nah, shorty pulled up to crash the housewarming talking about some cousin. Nah, that's crazy. Nothing major at first. She was friendly, polite, but then one of my man's friends let something slip. He said something along the lines of, yo, man, I can't believe she showed up after all that. And I was like, after what? Yeah, after what, homeboy? Stay alert, stay alive. That's when I found out the woman my man invited to our new home was someone he used to sleep with. Nah, that's nasty work and I'm definitely not here for it. Because there's a right way to do the wrong thing, and that's wrong as 2 left feet. When I confronted him about it later, man, I would have ended this shindig faster than they did Junior's bachelor party. If you know, you know. He acted like it was no big deal. He said, yo, relax, we still cool. And she came here with her new man anyways. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. But see, that's where I have a problem. I don't care if she showed up with her husband, a priest, or a whole marching band. Now, a whole marching band's a bit OD, but I feel you. The fact that he thought it was okay to invite a woman that he used to smash into our house, the one we plan to build our future in, is wild to me. It's not even about insecurity, it's about respect. There's a million other people you could have invited, but he chose her. And now I can't stop wondering what else he thinks not a big deal. Mike, let me know if I'm overreacting or if I have every right to be mad. Nah, flagrant foul, your man out here wilding, inviting the old joint to the new joint. You know what I'm saying? You say I put that together, bringing his old joint to y'all new joint, nasty work. I'm never bringing the old slice to the crib where wifey at. I don't care, like you said, she's showing up with her new man, whatever, because that don't mean that just because she got a new man don't mean she ain't giving her old man that old thing back. You know what I'm saying? He might be spinning the block, running down the, you know what I'm saying, running down on shorty while homie cuz at work. And then y'all did the most boisterous, just, yeah, pull up. Yeah, bring your man too. He probably get off on that. Yeah, you come to the housewarming, I'm going to have you right in front of wifey. She ain't going to know. And bring your man. He going to be thinking, yeah, nice house, bro. Dapping everybody up, and I'm clapping your cheeks. Yeah, let's do that. They probably getting a rise out of it. You know what I'm saying? A nice little thrill. He got his work in the house with wifey, brought her man. He all goofy. He don't know no better. Hey, is it cool if I get something to drink out of the fridge? Hey, go ahead, bro. Get whatever you want. Coolers in there, beers, Coronas. We got liquor on the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, thanks, man. Such a great host. Goofy. You know what I'm saying? They just embarrassing you. Nah, your man's is wilding. There ain't no way in the world that I'm ever bringing a joint I used to put into the house me and wifey just copped. This ain't my crib and she with me, you know what I'm saying? She stay over sometimes. This is the, we was holding the little key sign that say just sold and took the picture with the realtor and just posted it on the website, you know what I'm saying? It's on the gram. We all cheesing, seeing all 32 of our teeth. Good job. We just copped the house. Yo, come through. Nah, he's out of pocket. He's violating. Now, let's just say he's not beating. It's still wild. Why are you still having so much of an interaction with this girl that you felt the need to invite her to the housewarming? Everything ain't for everybody, bro. Now, I know your girl wrote in, but I'm speaking directly to you so she could play this in front of your nut ass and let you hear it. What are you doing? What are you doing? You and your girl just commenced a big achievement. Y'all copped the house together. Congratulations, by the way. That's in order. I forgot to say that. I should have started the video off with congratulations, you know what I'm saying, to you and your man, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? Big steps. But then you didn't taint it, the sanctity of y'all crib, by bringing old guts to the spot. And I bet you $1 million if I say, yo, what's his Instagram talking about Shorty's man? I bet he's some gump. Straight capital SIMP just coming. I bet he tucked t-shirts into his jeans and he wore them Andre 3000 dress shoes and wear fedoras with fishnet fedora, some straw fedora hat with a feather in it and be talking about the new world order and nonsense like that. Be chewing on one of them sticks that you be buying from the Muslims to be selling the oils and rugs in front of the clothing stores in every neighborhood in America. I bet he looks like that. Because she just went goofy for no reason, brought him to the crib. Everything is violating. Now, I'm talking to you again, shorty. Your man's out of it. Let's step away, homeboy. You didn't have your time. You can't just leave him, you know what I'm saying, or give the house up. It ain't that serious. Her being there don't like, you know what I'm saying, like, it ain't like you can't live there no more. It ain't like she was in your bed. Maybe she was, though. You might want to check the cameras. Get her ring installed on the low. Because your man might be doing some devious work while you gone. You know what I'm saying? Bringing shorty to the spot, clapping her cheeks on a lunch break, and you don't know. You might want to check that out. But just giving the advice, information I was given, the advice I can give to you is that, yeah, you confront him about it. You tell him that's inappropriate. Those are boundaries that he shouldn't have crossed. And you put him in a doghouse for a week, you know what I'm saying? Make him buy you a gift or something and warm back up to you. You ain't moving out the crib, though. But yeah, definitely, all jokes aside, though, you have to talk to him and say, yo, listen, I don't appreciate that. Don't ever do that again. I don't know what you got going on or why you thought that was cool. I don't even want you to have that friendship with her anymore. Now, I have female friends. One of my friends right now is a chick that I used to clip way back when I was like 20. You know what I'm saying? That was a whole life ago. We super good friends, though. We broke up in 2004. That been my homie ever since, you know what I'm saying? So her dudes be knowing it ain't like that. When I got a shorty, they be knowing it ain't like that. But them be established right from the jump. You didn't even know who shorty was. So that let me know that your man never even disclosed what the relationship was. You like, oh, hey, Kevin. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Ebony. What's up, Sean? Hey, Chris, how you doing? How's the mom doing? That's good. Who's this? That's, you don't know her. Nah, you was blindsided. That's what makes it worse. Women, I'm going to say this and I'm going to wrap up on the advice. Women can stomach, they can tolerate knowing some dirt if it came from you first. If he came to you and was like, look, babe, I got a confession. I cheated on you once. I cracked this shorty. It was a mistake. I regret it. This is who she is. She be talking. She got a loud mouth. I just don't want her to be the one to tell you, and I want it to come from me first. Now, she's still going to be mad at you for sure, but she's much more appreciative that you came to her first than her getting on the gram one day and somebody being like, I'm coming to you as a woman on a reel on the Explore page. You be like, oh, what are you talking about? You cracked my man cracked you, and now I'm finding out on IG? Nah, get the community guidelines involved. Take this video down. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that she didn't know, she don't have no clue who this woman is, that lets me know the dude was doing something foul. Address it with your man. Figure out what's what and keep an eye on shorty. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, go follow her man's page. That's the way you creep on her. You follow him. And then he posts them, and then maybe you get a little insight like that. That's my advice to you. But I hope everything works out. I hope he ain't crack her for real. I hope he's just being a goofy and was like, hey, it's cool. You can come. I know you're proud of me. We're still buddies, even though I used to bake your buns. I hope it's just that. I really do. But in the meantime, baby, stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy, and I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment and let me know what advice you would have gave them. And who knows, maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter in the email provided below, and I'll make sure I read it on a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.